So the buildings that are in it are real. They're a family that basically started from very little, have become cattle barons in Texas, and have a number of horses. So as we built this game, we started to really look at some of the past successful games like Farmville or Horsehaven, and I think what we found was that there's a formula there that works, particularly with horses. Horsehaven has been tremendously successful, but a lot of it is about the grooming of the horse. It's not necessarily about riding the horse or having fun with the horse so much. So we've got a combination where you can build up your ranch, you can build buildings. It's a freemium game with in-app purchases. The great thing about horses is that there is an infinite variable of things that you can buy: bridles, shoes, saddles, horse feed, everything. So the idea is that you start with a bit of a donkey or a nag or a terrible horse, and then you build your way up. You can purchase larger stables, and you enter that horse into competitions and rodeos across the US and then eventually across the world. This game will be launched in the Philippines first in February. We're going to trial it here as a soft launch for at least a month and really look at the analytics and try and learn what we need to understand from a business perspective of what we think the offers are. But primarily the markets are the US, Brazil and Australia, those types of markets. So we'll play a little bit of the video, if you wouldn't mind. This is one of the short video. We'll play a little bit of the game and go through a PowerPoint presentation, but a lot of the buildings in there were real, and we actually went to the ranch twice, took a lot of photos, and then had us recreate all of the buildings. Everything is bigger in Texas. This horse ranch has 3 stretch Hummers, privately branded, and that's how they travel around for a horse ranch. The building in the top, the mansion, that is not to scale, but that is the mansion that they built there. I guess in the US it's probably a $5-10 million house. One of the internal arenas that's just their private arena, we've got a scene in there that's recreated. They actually flew the dirt in from somewhere in Europe because it was better on the horses' hooves. So some of these other smaller buildings, they're just 2D creations that we've created that is the game evolving through. Play with the game. Okay, we'll go to the PowerPoint first.
Hi, I'm Kunshan. I'm the dev for OutResource. I'm going to give you a brief background of the game. So that's the title screen. So this is the map scene of the game. This is where you basically change scenes throughout the gameplay. Some of the buildings, then you can actually see a 3D view of the inside, the interior. There's an edit button where you can edit the placements of the buildings there is a stable. When you click the stable, it goes inside the stable. This is the inside view of the stable. This is where horses will stay. There's a feed box inside the stable. You can actually drag and drop the feed into the feed box. When the feed box is full, your horses will have food, and there's a meter status for a hunger status for the horses. If their hunger is full, they gradually refill their energy. This energy is used throughout the game, because in the game you can actually train your horses, which costs energy, and participate in events as well, which I'll go as we go. In the stable, you can groom your horses. This is part of a daily activity for the players, which is, let's say they have 10 horses and they select a horse. You can groom it, they can feed the horse, take them outside, participate in events. Not like actually, it's basically a simulation game for horses. In the game, there are 3 stats for the horses, which are speed, power, and mind, which is connected to the performance of the horse. The speed is it's connected to how fast the horse can run. The power is how high the horse can jump. And the mind is connected to the turning of the horse. In the game, this is not actually yet implemented, but this is on the way. You can actually breed your horses. It goes, you select stallion, which is the male horse from here, but they're the same horse, you can actually crossbreed the horses. You pay a small fee, and then you get a foal. The focus of the breeding is to prolong the gameplay. Basically, you start with a coal ranking, which means your horse level is really low, and as you breed your horse, the same horse, you breed it, you can go to the highest rank, which is diamond, which is it's the same horse but with better stats. This is a building for training. You see, well, the game is still alpha. It's a bug. Yeah, and so this is called a mechanical walker. So the concept of the training here is there's no real gameplay, but it's more of a waiting game. So if you assign a horse and you pick a structure, what kind of training you can choose. Well, you can only train a horse if they have energy. So it's more like a waiting game. Like you have to wait for an hour for the training to be over, but you can pay gems, so you skip the training. Because while the horse is training, you can't really use them for events. This is the player home. When you go inside, you have the option to change the outfit of your character and change the setting. This is the horse pen. It's part of the feature. You can take your horse outside the pen. You can feed them with treats and give them head pats. Rodeo is for the events inside the game. Currently, there are only 2 events. The last one is it's a coming soon event. This is in-game screenshot of the first event. It's called barrel racing. Basically, you follow the arrows and beat the timer to win. When you finish the game within the given time, it'll be a success game and you'll get cow chips, which is the currency inside the game. This one is for the hurdles. Basically, you jump between hurdles within a given time. And this one is the third one, which is still in development. It's done as basically there are cattle inside the game, and you have to herding the cattle. So in the events, we're putting some more events for the players to play in the future. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Clapton and I'm one of the developers of this game. So So I'll be the one to show you a quick demo. Yes, very quick, just very quick. So here's the stable, and I'll bring it to the pen. So here's the pen. This is where we can feed the horse with. I'll show you first thing. So this is where we feed the horse. Structures are located. So we also have God generating structures. This is the home where we can update the dress of the character. And also change the name. So now I'll be playing one of the rodeo events. I'll play a hurdle racing. It's 9 degree.
Ready, set,
So that's it for the quick demo of the game.
Thank you very much. Thoughts, comments?
You go first. Ladies first.
Are you sure? So, thanks for the demo. I think I'll first have to make a confession. I am a horse person, so it's not sure if that's going to work in your favor. What I thought was interesting is at the beginning of the presentation, you said like, oh, there's already lots of games out there focused on grooming and stuff. We're going to focus more on management, but then more than half of the presentation is about grooming and feeding and cuddling and cleaning and all that. So what demographic are you actually aiming for?
Yeah, that's probably more how we've done the presentation. The events are very important to us, but getting those games to be accurate and realistic has taken some time. So the last one, the down the fence for cutting, is still in development, so it's more the presentation. The market is definitely horse lovers, but also very much people that are into rodeo events. It is something that we want the users to feel like they're taking their horse to rodeos across the world. So yeah, so it's people that can't be a cowboy but want to be a cowboy or cowgirl. So the event, there is a lot of grooming in it, but yeah, the events are important.
So it's more about taking care of the horse than about building a ranch, basically.
Bit of both. Yeah, we do want it to be where the user engages with building up their own ranch, but it is to simulate a real ranch. So to have a real ranch, you've got to care for your animals, otherwise they won't perform. So, but everything ties back to the performance at the events. But to do that, you've got to care for your horse. You've got to love for your horse.
So I'll pass on the microphone after this one. But I think with that, honestly, you're going to fall a little bit within a gap where the whole grooming and stuff, it becomes repetitive, right?
Yes.
I mean, I played a little bit too many of these horse games, and that's what always I don't like about it. Like every day grooming, cleaning out shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I would find it more interesting to like build a ranch and then build up that reputation, all that. So if you're aiming for those horse lovers, those Facebook fans, people who watch those clips and are really a fan of the Aaron's Ranch brand, I think you gotta like really define, are they interested more in like the business and the breeding and building, or are they possibly a little bit younger and are they really interested in the grooming and the cuddling and all that?
Yeah, but I think that some of the research that we've looked at is nobody really, the grooming is something that you want to speed through to get to the events. So we're actually hoping that is something that slows it down. Yes, it becomes a bit of a chore, and people actually go to the in-app purchases to speed it up to get to the events.
I hope it was.
Yeah, thanks.
Mine's kind of along the same line, but kind of twofold. So one, competition. What's out there and what kind of numbers does it do in terms of apps? And is it web, mobile? Is it cross format?
At the moment, just mobile, but we do plan to put it on for PCs. This is something that we see as more of a business, and we'll continue to support it and evolve it and develop it.
Competition.
Yeah, competition. But we keep coming back to Horsehaven. It's been around for a number of years. Still generates revenue of around 90 to 100,000 US a month in its third or fourth year. So that's probably the benchmark that we look at. It does have similarities to other farm building games, but that's the one we're close to look at.
And I would say in terms of the marketing demographics, I agree with Martin. I think you may have to decide, is it going to be more of a pets game where you're going to target kids and try to double up with people like Nickelodeon in the US or blah, 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 or is it going to be a farm bill? If it is going to be a bit of both, I think you'd have to really dumb down the city building aspect, because then it's simple for people who are really into horses but not gamers, but also the kid demographic could be massive. So that's the first thing, and then the third thing I would say about the marketing is obviously horses are a massive part of the game. I would venture to guess that 99.9% of the people don't know what Aaron Ranch is, but they certainly know what horses are. So you might want to look at the title and the branding of it, and because it's great to get a license in a cool place, but I would try to figure out a way to get in the backstory. So maybe there's a little, not maybe a tutorial, but like a little opening story about them or something like that.
Yeah,
it's an interesting story, and they don't necessarily need to be in the title, but it could be maybe a subtitle. But I think you should stress the horse aspect in the title for sure, and then you'll hit a lot of search, SEO things and things like that as well.
Yeah, great.
All right, any other questions? All right, OutResource Global, thank you very much. Up next, we have Rainbow Tail, presented by Mini Dragon.